Hello and welcome to Stretching for Sailors Week 11 with Karen, and my name's Joe, and Rider TV, the home of catamaran sailing on YouTube. We're going to be starting just in a few minutes. We'll just give everyone a chance to arrive. So I think just as we're waiting, I think Karen's just going to let you know some pre.
Yes. Hello, everybody. So we're going to do an all-round stretching session today, which will maybe need a block for putting your hands on when we're doing some of the standing postures. If you're a bit tight at the backs of the legs, the hamstrings, you might find that will be quite supportive. And about perhaps when we come to do a bit of seated work. So the focus of today's class will work around the whole body, but we'll take a focus really on the back line of the body. So a lot of hamstring work today. So do go easy to begin with. Bend your knees while you're warming up, finding the hamstrings getting their length. Don't feel like you have to keep your legs straight in any of the poses. Okay, so I think we will be starting. You've got, I think, is that Jeff here saying happy Friday.
Happy Friday, yeah, we're
Happy Friday, Jeff. So we're going to begin. So let's just sit cross-legged and just find that nice comfortable seat. Hands just rest somewhere that lets the shoulders be nice and soft. Close your eyes and just take a few breaths. So you can just bring yourself into the space. So the inhale, we want to let the belly expand. And the exhale, we want to draw our belly back to the spine. The exhale, you can exhale out the mouth to release more tension. Soften the jaw, soften the shoulders. The inhale, we think about that long spine. So inhaling, finding length in our spine. Exhaling, just softening shoulders and jaw. Just take one more breath. Open your eyes. Come over onto all fours. And we'll just start with a little bit of cat-cow, just to warm up. So with Joe. Inhale, we let the tail just draw back, the chest draw forwards, and our head comes up. The exhale, we're going to arch our back, draw our belly to our spine, drop crown and drop tail. Inhaling, open the front spine. Exhale, round the back spine. So you want the breath to really come to the space between the shoulders, the lower back. Just do a couple more. Try and let the breath just come a little bit ahead of the movement and try and let it last the length of the movement. Keep pressing the whole of your hand to the mat. Notice if you roll to the outer edges. Keep that thumb and first finger space connected. Last one. And then we're going to come back to child's pose. So this is where we bring our feet together behind us. Knees are wide and we sit our bottom back. You can take something under your head if your head doesn't reach the floor. And you just take the breath into the back of your body, really feeling that connection through the back spine. As you breathe in, behind the heart, that space, down into the lower back. And then exhale it all out the mouth. Just let go of any tension you're holding on to. Okay, stretch your arms forwards from here. Keep your bum back. Spread your toes. Spread your fingers even, and come up onto all fours, but don't move your hands. So come up to all fours. And then tuck your toes under. Have your feet back in line with your knees and lift up to down dog. So this is this upside down V shape. We keep our knees bent to begin with. We press our hands firmly to the mat. We try and roll the inner elbows slightly forwards. And we feel the outer hips lift up as you press the hands down. Feel the belly breath again. So as you inhale, belly expands. As you exhale, belly draws back. And then start to pedal your feet. So one heel, the other towards the mat. And just notice the backs of your hamstrings this afternoon. Notice whether one feels a bit tighter, a little bit different to the other one. And then just come back to stillness. And then we're going to walk our feet forwards to the front edge of the mat. So you might need to bend your knees here. You might need to come up. Have your feet hip distance apart. Bring your hands to your knees. Take an inhale, reach your heart forwards, lengthen your arms, lengthen your chest. Exhale, fold to the forward bend, belly to spine, drop the head down. So we're just going to do that 2 more times. Inhale with that long front spine. Exhale, drop into your forward bend. So we're just pumping and just getting the hips a bit lubricated here. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, drop in. And then hold your elbows. Just take them in front of you, just down below the head. And just feel that weight of the arms of the head dropping down. Play with the legs, see how it feels. Maybe straighten one leg, straighten the other leg. Maybe you keep both legs bent. Maybe you want to rock a little side to side. Then let your arms hang. You're going to roll your body up to stand. So your arms are hanging, you're letting go of the elbows. And you're going to roll up, your head being the last thing to come up. Ignore the cat, she has been fed. And then bring your hands to your heart space. Okay, so from here, we're going to take some sun salutations. We inhale, reach up, look up towards your thumbs. Exhale and dive to your forward bend. Bend your knees as you need to. Inhale, slide the hands up the legs, look forwards. Exhale, fold back in. Reach wide on the inhale, find your way up, look up towards your thumbs. And exhale, hands to heart space. We're going to do that once more, just warming up. Inhale, reach wide and look up. Exhale, folding from the hips, belly to spine, head drops. Inhale, slide the hands up the legs, look forwards. Exhale, slide back down to your forward bend. Take an inhale, reach wide, keep that long back as you come up to stand. And exhale, hands to heart space. So we're going to go a little bit further now. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold from your hips, the forward bend. Inhale, lift your heart space forward. Exhale, step the right leg back, find a runner's lunge position, back knee off the mat. Take an inhale here, press the head and the heel away. Exhale, step back to down dog. Settle your hands, have your feet hip distance apart, and now roll forwards and find plank. So we want shoulders over wrists, belly to spine. Knees can come down if you don't feel too strong. From here, we exhale, knees down, and we bring our thighs down, the front of our hips, the belly, the lower ribs. And then bring your hands back, spread your fingers, lift your feet, lift your chest. Take an inhale at your locust. Exhale, hands down, underneath the shoulders, feet down. And come back to down dog. So press up to all fours and back to down dog. Press the hands away, lift the bottom high, lengthen your heels down. We'll keep the knees bent if we need to. Take a breath. Then inhale, lift the right leg. Exhale, step the right foot up between the hands. You can drop the back knee and help the foot forwards if you need to. Take the inhale here, that length of crown and heel. Exhale, step the back foot up, feet hip distance apart. Slide the hands up your legs. Inhale, find the length of your front body. Exhale, fold to the forward bend. Take an inhale, reach wide, come up, look to your thumbs. And exhale, hands to heart space. And one more. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, fold from your hips, find the forward bend. Take an inhale, stretch the heart space forwards. Exhale, left leg back, finding runner's lunge. Take the inhale, exhale through to down dog. Plant the hands, feel that full connection of your hands. Inhale, roll forwards to your plank. Step your shoulders over your wrists. Protract that space between the shoulders. And exhale, knees down. Lower to the belly. Keep the elbows over the wrists. Inhale, find a cobra or take that locust again. Really plant your feet if you're using cobra. Keep shoulders down. Find the breath. And exhale back down and come to your down dog. Settle into that rhythmic breath at your belly. That inhale, the expansion. The exhale, the contraction. If you need a child's pose, you can drop down to it. We're going to be here 2 more breaths. Inhale, raise the left leg. Try not to open the hip to the side. Exhale, step the left foot through. Help it there as you need. Inhale. Exhale, step the back foot up, feet hip distance apart. Take an inhale for space. And exhale, fold to that space. Drop your head, let go of the jaw. Inhale, reach wide and come up. And exhale, hands to heart space. Step your feet together on the mat. Have your big toes touch, heels a little bit apart. You're going to inhale, bend your knees, drop your bottom like you're sitting on a chair and reach your arms up. Look towards your thumbs. Breathe here. Just feel the outer hips draw back, the ring finger stretch up. If it's too much to look up, just look forwards. And then exhale, fold to your forward bend. Inhale, slide the hands up the legs. Exhale, step the right leg back. Runner's lunge. Just take a breath a moment. And then come up, bring your hands to your front knee. Keep that back knee lifted. Try and lift your hips a bit, the hip points, and then raise your arms up. So we're going to bring our shoulders above the hips if it's comfortable. And we're going to breathe here. If the back doesn't like this, keep your shoulders a bit ahead of the hips. Exhale the hands down and step back to your down dog. Just take a breath or 2 there, settle the breath, settle the mind. Feel that connection of hands. Good. And then we're going to inhale, reach the left leg high. And exhale, step it through to the front. Sorry, come back. We're going to do the other side. Reach the other leg up, right leg, and step that through. Again, back knee lifts. And we come up, hands to front knee, and find our way up to the high lunge. Just check in with those hip points. Try and feel that they're lifted, those bony bits of the hips at the front. Keep active in the back leg. Keep the front shin perpendicular to the mat if you can. And exhale, hands down. And step up to the front of the mat. Bring your feet hip distance apart. Take an inhale and lengthen. And exhale, fold to the forward bend. And we'll hold this forward bend. So maybe you want to reach for your big toes with your first 2 fingers and thumb. Maybe you want to hold the elbows or the legs. Feel as you inhale that breath through your belly. And as you exhale, drawing belly back. Bring your hands down and step your feet together again on the mat. Heels just a little apart, big toes touch. Bend your knees, drop your bottom. Inhale, find that Utkatasana, that chair pose. If you can't come as low as Joe, that's fine. And then reach through the legs. Inhale, come to straight to stand. And exhale, hands to heart space. Good. From here, just step out and face the wide edge of your mat. Bring your heels in line. Good. Okay, take your right foot to 90 degrees. Okay, and bring your back toe slightly in from the back heel. Bend your right knee now and get the shin perpendicular, the knee above your ankle. And shuffle that back leg back. So you want to feel a stretch through the inner sides of your groins. You're going to raise the arms wide, and this is Virabhadrasana 2. So really feel that you're sucking the backs of your arm muscles to your arm bones. You've got that space across your collarbones out to your fingers. Your sit bones down to your heels are connected, and we're looking past the front fingers, and we breathe here. Okay, then we're going to straighten the front leg. Take an inhale, and exhale, reach over the leg, finding Trikonasana. You might want to block under the hand, or you can have the hand on the leg. From here, just draw your tail in a little to the pubic bone and extend your crown forwards a little. Chin is slightly. If it's comfortable for your neck, you're looking to the top hand. You're feeling this length through both sides of your torso. So the top ribs soften a bit to the spine and the lower ribs extend a little. Then we reach up on the inhale. Exhale, bend your front knee. Bring your elbow to the thigh or the outside of the foot. And then we reach the top arm up and draw the arm over beside the ear. Try and press into this lower elbow. Draw the shoulder blades into the back. Feel that length, crown to tail, and connect your breath. Feel that connection in your feet, really solid feet. Outer edge of back foot, really connecting. And then inhale, we reach up, come up, and exhale, turn your feet. So left foot now out, back toes in. You bend your front knee, find that shin perpendicular. You can walk the back foot back a bit from there. Maybe you have a bit more width on this side. Knee stays to the small toe, and we look past our left fingers. We feel that connection from sit bones down to heels, and we feel the space of our collarbones. Then we're going to lengthen that front leg. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, go sideways. Bring your hand to your leg. Slide it to that place where it feels comfortable, but you've not got too much pressure on the hand. Feel that space in your collarbones. Draw the shoulder blades into the spine. Extend your crown and draw your tail slightly in to the pubic bone. And again, connect your feet. And then inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend your front knee. And we take that side angle, elbow to thigh. You can bring the hand to the outer edge of the foot if you're a bit more flexible. And you're going to reach the crown forwards, the tail away. Now, you'll see here with Joe, he's dropped his head down. So we want to just lift the head up a bit. Really use the hand on the floor. If we need a block, we can pop a block under the hand. We keep active through the body. And then inhale, reach up, reach high, come back up. And exhale, hands to hips. Turn your toes forwards. Take the heels a bit wider than toes. Inhale, find space in the front chest. And exhale, fold to your forward bend. Take your hands to the floor if they reach, shoulder width apart. From here, really fan the toes on your feet. Feel the inner arches of your feet lift and press the inner heel, the big toe mound down. If your legs are straight, lift the inner knees so you get that connection up towards the groins. Take an inhale, lengthen your chest forwards, and exhale, fold from there. Imagine belly coming through first, then the heart space, then the head just drops. Imagine you just got an eye at the top of your head that's just looking directly to the earth. One more breath. Then inhale, reach your heart forwards. Exhale the hands to the hips. Press into your feet to come up as you inhale. Up to stand. And exhale, release. Just roll out your shoulders a little. Okay, we're going to just do some of those postures we did standing in a twisted version. So right foot now to 90, do the left for me, and back toes it in a bit. Have a look at your feet, bring the right foot a bit more to the right side of your mat, and step the back foot up about a third, just a third of the distance. Turn your hips forwards to the short edge of your mat. Round that back foot. You want the toes on this back foot to about 11 o'clock on a clock face. Okay, reach up through your left arm, take an inhale, And exhale, fold forwards. Keep length through your spine as you do this. So bring your right hand to your hip and think about lengthening that outer right hip back as your chest reaches forwards. Start to turn from here and look to that right shoulder. Roll it back. Keep that back heel connected, and then you can float the right arm up to the ceiling if it's comfortable. Breathe deep. That hand on the block on the floor is drawing back towards you. The shoulder blades are moving into the spine. We're nice and level at the hips. We're connecting our breath. And then inhale, make your way up. And exhale, turn the feet. So take the left foot out to 90. Bring the back toes in enough to level your hips. Left foot a bit to the left side. So like you're on train tracks, not crossed, your feet. Back toes are now to about 2 o'clock on a clock face. And then we're going to inhale, reach the right arm up. And exhale, fold like you're reaching for something in front of you. And draw that left hip back. Take the hand to the block. It can be to the inner foot or the outer foot, depending on your flexibility. If you haven't got to block, just pop it on your leg. Find that length from your ear to your hip on that left side. And then start to roll the left shoulder up and reach the left arm up as is comfortable. And just breathe here so you can press into my hand. Try and find the length through your front body. And exhale, unravel, find your way up, and then turn your feet again. So right foot now to 90 degrees, back toes turn in. We try to level our hips again to the short edge of your mat. You want to be a little bit wider with your feet so they're not crossed. Bend your right knee, get it perpendicular, the shin, so you might need to walk your back foot back a bit now. So I think you do a little. Okay, and then come onto the ball of your back foot and bring your knee to the floor, back knee. Take your hands to heart space at prayer position. And then you're going to rotate here. You're going to bring that left elbow to your right knee. Yeah. And then you're going to press your hands together. I want you to think about lengthening the two ends of your spine apart, the crown and the tail. Think about rolling the lungs around the spine a bit, so you start to turn a bit deeper. And then you can lift the back knee from the floor if it's comfortable and get a straight back leg. Again here, suck your hips to the midline. Press into the hands to lift and turn the torso. And then exhale, release. Come back to center, come up to stand. And we're going to turn the feet. So bring left foot a bit to the left, right foot a bit to the right. Bend that left knee, get the shin perpendicular. Come onto the ball of the back foot. Bring that knee to the floor. Hands to heart space. Turn on the exhale, bring your right elbow to your knee. And then at this point, turn the fingers to you on your hands. So you draw the shoulder down. Keep extending crown and tail. Try not to collapse your torso on the front leg. And then lift the back knee if it's comfortable. If not, you can keep the knee down. And if your knee is lifted, really extend from the inner groin to the heel. Use your legs. Good. Again, just rotating through that upper torso with your breath, keeping hips to midline. And then slowly unravel and find your way back up. Okay. Turn your toes to the long edge of your mat. Turn the toes slightly in from your heels, and you can hold your hands behind you, interlock the hands. You can use a belt between the hands if it's too strong on your shoulders. Ground your legs and feet, and then reach through the heart as you inhale, and as you exhale, fold forwards from your hips, bending knees if you need to again. Again, really press your hands up and over with your breath. Keep that connection of fanning your toes, lifting the inner arches of your feet, keeping big toe mound and inner heel connected. Nice, long, even breaths. Feeling sensation in the body. If it's too strong, back off a little. Good. Then let's inhale, reach through the arms and come up. And exhale, roll out the shoulders, just release a little. Okay. And then we're going to do one more standing forward bend to help stretch out our hamstrings. So right foot to 90. Yeah,
This right.
Yeah, this right foot. We mirror, which really confuses Joe. So we're going to bring our back foot in about a step. And have your toes again about 11 o'clock on the clock face, hips forwards. So you might want your hands on your hips. Or you might want to grab 2 blocks and have them outside edges of your feet. Okay, take an inhale, ground that back heel, and exhale, start to fold forwards from the hips. Think about the length of your front spine. So I want you to think about that sit bone on the right leg, coming back to the wall behind you as you draw the left hip forwards a bit. And then if it's comfortable, you can bring your hands to the blocks and try and keep that length through your spine. So think about really lengthening your heart space forwards from the kidneys, which are in the lower back, as you fold forwards. And breathe here. Feel the inner groins. Imagine you're sucking inner thighs towards each other. Really feel that connection of your feet. Feel the breath through the whole circumference of your torso. You can bend that front knee if it's a bit too strong. Keep the big toe mound really connecting on your front foot. And the arch of the back foot, the inner arch, lifting. Bend your front knee, inhale, press through the feet, come up, hands to hips as you need to. And exhale, step back up to the front of the mat and swap your sides. So bring the other foot back, stay looking that way.
That's so confused.
So confused. So step the foot back, so your left foot is forwards. Okay, standing up, bring your hands to your hips, level hips forwards. Make sure you're not crossing your feet, that will make it really challenging. Round and spread your toes, then fold forwards over your front leg. Keep that front hip just drawing back a bit, back hip drawing forwards. Feel that left sit bone draw back to the wall behind you as you extend your crown forwards. And hands down as is comfortable. Again, can stay on hips if you need to, can bend your front knee if you need to. Connect and breathe. Again, that back with your back foot lifts and that big toe mound of your front foot grounds. Good. One last breath. And then lift your chest, bring your hands to your hips, bend your front knee and come up. Step up to the front of your mat. Just move your props aside, yeah? And just take a moment there. Feel both feet hip distance apart. Take your hands to your heart space. From here, inhale, reach up, look to your thumbs. Exhale and fold to your forward bend. Bend your knees if you need to here. Inhale, hands slide up the legs to find that long front spine. Exhale, plant the hands and step back and find your downward dog. So stepping one leg back, the other back, bottom lifts, plant your hands. And just take a breath back at down dog. Just notice any differences that you've made in the body. Feel that you're lifting the hips high, pressing the hands down. So this posture very much about the length of spine, less about the hamstrings. And then we're going to come to find our seat. So just come down however works for you and come to sit. So you might need now to grab a towel underneath your hips or a block underneath your bottom, so you're a bit higher. What we want is a long spine. We don't want to feel we're rounding into our back. I want you to bring your feet, as Joe is here, feet together, well done. Your feet as close to your groins as you can do comfortably with your knees. Okay, from here, just check in with your sit bones. Make sure they feel well connected. Get some length to your back. Feel the crown extend up, but the chin neutral. And just take a couple of breaths here. As you exhale, think about trying to drop the knees to the floor a bit more. You can press out a bit with your inner elbows. As you inhale, length in the front spine. Don't go forwards yet. Just breathe into these inner groins. And then from here, you can fold forwards if it's comfortable. Think about chest reaching in front of your feet. Keep the chin slightly in. And just notice the hips. Notice the inner groins. If one's a bit higher, one knee than the other, just be aware of it. And really take the breath around the full circumference of your torso as you breathe. Just another. And then inhale, come back up. Just slide your hands under your knees, pull your knees back in. And then take your feet to the floor, knees to the side. So from here, you've got some options. You can slide the right leg under the left, or you can keep the right leg straight if you need to, if it doesn't feel comfortable to have your leg in this position. Then you can bring this left leg in and have it in line with your hip, or you can cross the foot over to the outside of the knee. Ground your seat, find the length of your spine, take an inhale, and exhale, turn towards your bent knee. Bring your hand behind you. You can hug the knee, you can bring the arm to the outside of the leg, your choice, but really feel that connection of knee and arm. Keep the line long through your back. Try not to dump into the kidneys at the back. Think about that back being long. And just rotate round here, feeling the space in your collarbones. Good. One more breath. And then unravel from the head, the shoulders, the chest, coming back. And then change the cross of your legs. Bring the other leg under, the other leg over. Again, if it's too much, you can keep that bent leg at the bottom, straight in front of you. Take an inhale, find that length through your spine, and exhale and rotate round. Try not to raise the shoulders up. Keep that connection of your front foot. Keep the length of your spine. Feel the space of your shoulders. And check into your breath. Just feel it's even. Feel it's as easy as you can make it. The twists are more challenging for the breath. And just notice the sides. Did one side feel a bit easier, one side a bit tighter? And then come back on the inhale, back to center. And exhale, release. Just take the legs away, come off your block, and you're going to come to lie on your back. Good. So from here, I want you to bring your feet to the floor and then take your right ankle onto your left knee and take a figure four pose. So you can bring the knees towards you and thread your hands around and hold around the back of the left leg. Yeah. Okay, and then press that knee away as you draw the leg in. So if you can't quite do it with your arms as they are, you can keep holding the left leg with your left hand and bring your right hand onto your right knee and press it away there. Yeah, if you need to. Okay, and you just feel that you're drawing the leg in as you press the knee away. And you should get a reasonable stretch around the outer fibers of the glute, the hip, into the top of the hamstring even. And just breathe into that. Good. Then exhale and release. And we'll do the other side. So all of these stretches, you can always pause the video and do it for longer when you do it again. So you're going to do the same on this side. Pull the knee in, hold around the back of the leg, press the other leg away. Or with this hand, you're pressing on that inner edge of your thigh as you pull the other leg in. And again, you might find one side feels quite different. If when you do this, you've got a lot of strain in the back of the neck, just next time, pop a little towel underneath your head. The cat is crazy tonight. Okay, exhale, release your legs. And then let's take the legs away. And we're going to come into lying down hamstring stretch. And then into a twist. And we'll leave it there for tonight. So hug your right knee in towards you. Good. And then really stretch from that inner groin on the left leg to the inner heel. Toes are up. Imagine you're rolling that inner thigh on that straight leg a bit towards the mat. Okay, soften the front of that hip on the right. And then you're going to just start to reach the leg up. The left leg, right leg, yeah. Up to the ceiling. Good. Good face. So you might now find you need a belt. So you can grab your belt, hold it in each hand, and then just notice here your edge. So Joe's got quite a bent leg, that's okay, but if we want to work the hamstring a bit more, he might want to bring his leg further away and find a place where he can straighten into the back of the leg a bit more. And that might be even further away. So don't let your ego take over. Think more about the stretch rather than how close the leg's getting to you. Okay, and just really notice what's happening in the back of that leg. So you can turn the toes of the foot back to the shin, and that just gets the calf a bit more here. Okay, and again, use your breath. Think about extending from those inner groins to inner heels. Keep your jaw soft. And breathe deep. Okay, I want you to take both pieces of your belt now in your left hand, right hand for you, yeah. And press your right hand in the right thumb into that left hip crease and press that hip crease away. So you're trying to lengthen the hip out of the hip joint a bit. Then you're going to bring it over the leg towards your left. What I don't want you to do, just a little, it doesn't have to be much. I don't want you to shrink the space in your waist. I want you to think about keeping that space long, and it will make that stretch a bit more active, a bit more, a bit stronger, maybe. Breathe. That IT band now, just starting to get a bit of work, TFL. Coronus longus out down the outside of your cup. And then bring it back up and just gently draw the leg a little towards you. Take a breath or two and exhale, release. Good. And the other side. Okay, so we're going to bring the knee for a moment. Just extend through the straight leg. Let the front of that hip soften off. And then extend your floating leg, which is now your left leg, to the ceiling. Again, maybe it's not as close as you think it is. Maybe you need to keep it a bit further away. And then we really work into the back of that leg as you inhale, lengthening the inner heel up. And as you exhale, meeting that edge. That edge is that place where something's happening. It's not really mega painful, but it's interesting. And you draw the toes back towards your shin, and you get that calf, and you breathe. That's it. Good. Couple more breaths. Try and really keep the face soft. And then you're going to hold the belt in your right hand. And you're going to extend out of that left hip. So you're going to really press that thumb into the hip, extend from your lower ribs through to the hip, and let the leg float over a bit here, over towards your right. It doesn't have to go too far. It's just 6-8 inches or so over. Just till you're feeling that edge on the outer edge of your leg. Keep the jaw as soft as you can. Try not to bring more tension into your face. And then inhale, pull the leg back up. And just exhale, hug the knee in one last time. And release the leg away. Okay. And then just hug both your knees in. Just take a little rock here on your back. And then bring your arms out to shoulder height. Bring your feet to the floor. Have the feet wide as hips, if not a bit wider, knees as wide as hips. And then I want you to drop your knees over to the right and look to your left. You can just stay here and breathe. If you want a bit more of a stretch here, you can take that bottom foot onto your top knee. But if it's too much in your back or too much for your knee, don't do it. So when you do this, you want to feel that you keep that length in the lower back, like your sit bones are going towards the knees a bit here. Another breath or so. And then just release the legs, bring them back up, so you need to unravel. And then do the other side. Let the knees drop over. And take the foot, if you want to, onto that top knee, but if it aggravates your back or your knee, don't do it. Again, this length in the lower back, so the sit bones towards knees. And we want to keep the shoulders just at shoulder height, the arms at shoulder height, and soften and breathe across your collarbones. And then inhale, come back up. And one last time, just hug your knees into your chest. And then just come to lie on the mat. So your feet can stay on the floor with the knees bent, and your knees can drop into each other. Or you can take the legs out straight, and you can bring your arms out just beside you, so they're not too far away. And just take a few breaths there. Close your eyes, and just let the bones go heavy on the mat. Just feel the back body drop down a bit more. And just let the front of your ribs drop into the back body. And just a couple of breaths. If you've got longer, that's even better. I'm aware that you're doing a shorter session. So once you've just let the body rest a moment, then you slowly roll to one side and come to find your seat. So thank you very much. I hope that helps you. It will be up on YouTube probably from tomorrow to access again if you would like to. This is week 11, so there's 10 other ones there. If you want any of previous weeks, they're all available. And as far as I know, I think we're back next week.
Yes, I think that's true.
And I'll pass you back to Joe and feed the cat.
Oh, hello, Mother. Yes, well, very well done to everybody who made it through that. I think there was some good stretching there. You certainly deserve whatever you're going to have next. So thanks very much. And of course, thanks to Karen
Thanks to the model
for taking us through that. And we'll see you next week with some more. Yep, thanks for a stretch, Marco. Yep.
Thanks, Marco.
Yep. All right, nice one. All right, cheerio. Have a lovely evening or day, depending on what time of day it is, or night.
Coffee cat. You have got